Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
Hold up, man. This one is very, very interesting, and I want y'all to watch the full video. And also, before we continue, remember to drop a like. Let's go.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and fucking took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one. Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress.
Yeah.
Who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Diddy told her he was going to kill Biggie. She knew it was going to happen. She was purposefully not by her husband's side that night. It happened, and she was told she had to lie about it. And guess what? That lie held up until that boy turned 18. And he started having ideas of what he wanted to do with what he inherited. Because the paperwork was set up for Faith to not be able to receive $1 from Biggie's estate unless it was for little Christopher. And she only had one child with Christopher. The other children who required taking care of and feeding and all of that, all of them couldn't be fed off of Christopher Wallace's money. They weren't his kids. See how that works?
Right.
People protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark fucking coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
You see movies like Hostel.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Every time I watch or listen to a Jaguar Wright video, man, it always get me thinking a lot of things, man, because she be saying some very, very interesting information. And when you hear Jaguar Wright speak, you know, many times it sounds very realistic, man. Because I don't know whether she's saying facts or not, but all I know is that when she talk, I believe. I believe, man. I got that much of trust when she talks, man. Like, her stories always sound on point. I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot is going on. A lot is going on, man. A lot is going on. And sometimes it get me wondering, man, like, what I don't know, what we don't know. You know what I mean? Because when you find out that such and such is going on, you start to question yourself, like, for real, like, what else we don't know about that maybe even more crazier than all the shit that we ever heard about? You know what I mean? And that's get me many times, man. I ain't gonna lie. But listen, man, let me know in the comments how you feel about this so far, man. I really want to know. I got another video to play, then afterwards we're going to close up. Let's go.
He owes me his life. He owes me, he's a billionaire. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have been a billionaire. If I would have cooperated with the district attorney, he'd have went to jail, and heaven knows what would have happened to his career, right? So, you know, that's worth at least a couple $1 million out of the billion that you're worth. And interestingly enough, you know, one of the things that Cassie alleges in her lawsuit is that when, you know, he would assault her, then he would, you know, take her on shopping sprees. And so I saw that in Paris. He spent like $500,000 like in one day shopping for her. And then, you know, after I left,
She was around back then?
that's 2012.
Oh, 2012. Okay, yeah.
2012.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. That was the first attempt at reconciliation
Gotcha,
after I got
gotcha,
out.
gotcha. Mm-hmm.
I got out in 2009. And then it took a couple of years before I said, you know, we reach out. I was actually living in Israel at the time. And, but I felt he owed me something. And so it's like, you know, he probably gave me like 50 racks. And I'm like, you know, you can't be serious. Like, that's 10 years, 50 racks. Like, oh man.
So that whole 10 years you were in jail, he didn't reach out to you at all?
He came to see me once, and I think I tried to spit in his face.
Okay.
In Rikers Island. So
That's probably why he didn't come back, yeah.
I didn't want him to come back. I didn't even want him to come see me. I didn't even know he was coming to see me. They just brought me down in the lawyer's office, and you know.
So you did an angry bit.
I really, you know, my life was destroyed, devastated, and I was figuring out how to continue living, buried alive.
Man, let me know how you feel about this, man. Do you feel like Sean should have gotten more money? Because I heard Sean only got 50K, man. It's crazy, man, because I felt like, you know, on a real level, man, like what Sean did for Diddy saved Diddy a lot of trouble. And Diddy could have been in jail even now, or he could have spent a lot of his life in jail if it wasn't for Shine. A lot of shit could have happened to Diddy. So I feel like he owed Shine more loyalty, man. I feel like he owed Shine more loyalty. I do not know if because of one incident where Diddy, you know, went to jail to see Shine, and Shine was all crazy about it. I don't know if that's the reason why Diddy, you know, became cold. I don't know, man. Something is, you know, a little bit off with the details. But I feel like no matter what, if Shine wanna talk crazy against you while he was in jail, listen, you owed him loyalty, man. Because if it wasn't for him, your life would be messed up, man. Giving a man 50K, that's crazy, man. Like, for his life, man, like giving him 50K on a normal, regular day is amazing. That's great. But for spending 11 years in jail, man, that's bullshit, man, coming from a guy like Diddy. If it was a regular guy gave Shine that for his loyalty, that would be amazing. But Diddy, who got so much money, man, you could easily say, here's a $500,000, here's $1 million. Here's $2 million. Go live your life. You don't got to be around me no more. I don't get it, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.